It's not every day Patricia gets the Macne line here.
That's true.
I get the entire Magna line for me.
Look at her.
I'm gonna have to pull a Jin and control you all.
Yeah, or
I mean,
participate
good
and be the
luck.
fourth.
Good luck. Yeah, I mean, I'm in the losing side here. We're pretty unruly.
Patricia likes to let her hair down.
She does. Patricia lets her hair down more than we do.
She obviously does.
She's more wild than the rest of us, and
Yeah, she's the
by
real
a
mug.
long shot.
She's the real
And,
mug.
and then she'll throw out a thing like back when I worked in the Spanish naval forces or whatever.
We're like, yep.
Back
Yep.
when I worked for the Australian government, we're like, what?
I'm
Wait,
like
wait.
Rose and Golden
Yep.
Girls. I'm like Rose and Golden Girls, you know? Back in St. Olaf. Yep.
Yeah, but it's like Sante Olafe or something. Like,
Olaf.
how do we make Saint Olaf Spanish?
Santa Olafe. San Olafe. Santa Olafe. Cuando yo vivía en San Olafe. Cuando yo vivía en San Olafe.
My in-laws were speaking, they're going to Italy soon, and they were practicing their Italian at dinner. And my daughter, who's 4, was like, "Oh, are you speaking Spanish?" And I was like, "Close enough, honey. It's pretty close."
It's a wrong language, close enough. Santo Olafo. I love that. Olafo. Santo Olafo. Santo Olafo is much better. Oh, man.
All right. Well, now that we've offended half the world,
Yep. What else is new? Oh, my God. Yep. Okay, so, you guys are going to be starting to see some changes here and there with our lives. We always have a meeting on Tuesday. That's our night where we get together and we gab and we yap about the project and whatever else that comes into our heads. And we were talking about, doing some switch ups with the lives. So you're going to be seeing us implementing some changes. And I'm sorry that my eyes keep watering, but my allergies are driving me insane today. So please bear with me. I'm not crying. I promise.
I do love how your allergies like to flare up at exactly 8 o'clock on Wednesday nights. For whatever
It
reason.
bugged me a lot during the day, but like I think it's something about like the lights and everything. And I'm just like, and they're like, "What are you doing?" Because most of the time,
I think she sits in darkness until it's live
I
time.
sit in my cave of darkness, and my body is like,
The
But
way
I-
I wish I could live in a dark
that's
room all day.
"There you go, Michelle."
Listen, we installed dimmer lights in my clinic, and 90% of the time, the hallways are just like low light dim.
Yeah.
In our office, it only goes bright when it must.
Nope. Oh God.
But yeah, so today, so we've been trying to tweak our intro for weeks now. Because we figured we were tired of hearing it, so maybe you guys were kind of tired of hearing it too. So hi, we're Army Project 529. And if you don't know who we are by now, we invite you to visit our website to find out.
We have a blog and a whole website. Go
You
check
can
us
go to
out.
ap529.com/links. And Katie has been revamping it, so it's actually more like a really good intro page to us. It will point you in all the good directions that you need to go in to find out more about the project and about us. But I am Quince. I'm here with Doc, Tricia, and Katie. We are 4 of 6. Who are the admins of Army Project 529, and we are just a hoot and a holler and a fan,
Hoot nanny.
a hoot nanny sometimes.
I called one of the admins a dingus today.
Yeah.
I saw that during my lunch break. I was
Absolutely.
like,
That reminds me, I need to put that on the agenda.
To be fair, she was being no, she wasn't being a dingus. She was just blind. Which we are actually going to talk about. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, thank you. We need to add that on there. So yeah, that's who we are. We are a fan based and run BTS internet project. And we have a wonderful community comprised of volunteers and mods and envoys, and just people who come and enjoy everything. So if you stumbled in here and it's your first time, welcome. Please let us know and enjoy, because we've got a nice full docket tonight.
Let me lower my notifications because they're making a lot of noise.
Doc.
For those of you who are new to us, we go live twice a week. On Wednesdays, this is our midweek tea, which is happening here on TikTok. During our midweek tea, we bring you the Bora news for the week, which is anything that's happening, the big stuff that's happening out in Bangtan land. And we talk about any shenanigans that took place on Kim Namjoon's internet for the week. We got some fun stuff to talk about. You're going to want to stick around. We will be discussing absolutism in Army fandom and how we can deal with that. So you're going to want to stick around for that. But first, it's the Bora news. And we bring it to you in random ass order now.
The most
Katie,
important Bora news is that they finally made it so you can reverse mirror yourself as a guest on a live. So look,
Hey!
if you tap your own picture, you can reverse it now. So guys, this is what I actually look like. My face is the other way when you see it.
Nice.
Okay.
How did
Anyway.
you do that?
That's
You tap on your face, there you go.
I did it.
We can now play
I don't even
my
know what
dream.
to think of.
You guys, I wanted to play games where we write on signs and then hold them up, and I was like, how are we going to get around the mirror image thing? Now
we can.
Now we can.
We do
The
need
best.
little
Okay,
teacups
sorry.
in the shot.
Put that thing down, flip it.
Flip it and reverse it. Thank you, Colleen. No, I'm totally going to get us little whiteboard paddles so we can hold up answers.
Nice.
I was thinking about this earlier.
Nice.
Anyway, all right. Sorry. Back to the agenda.
You want to do the first one? Who wants to start?
All right. So for those, so the first piece of Bora news is actually Army Project 529 news to a degree. It involves both AP 529 and BTS. For those of you who don't know, Weverse has been running a streaming party contest. And it is a Weverse-wide contest. It is BTS against all. And
that's not the way they phrased it, okay?
That's not how they phrase it. That's me. That's my interpretation of it. It's Bangtan versus the world, guys. No. It's a Weverse-wide streaming party contest in order to launch off their streaming party platform situationship. And AP529 has been participating this week. And round one just finished, so there's 4 rounds of this, and at the end of each round, which is a week long, they announce the top 20 streaming parties for that week. And let me tell you, with absolutely no notification and us just dropping in on the Discord and saying, hey, bitches, join our listening party. We didn't even tell people what it was at first because we didn't know what it was at first. We were just like, hey, it's a thing. Let's do this. We got number 12. We were in the top 20.
And the story of how we found out is that Christina went to the website and was like, man, we didn't even make the top 20.
And Katie goes, you dingus. And she puts a
screenshot of number 12. So they hashtag out. What we didn't know is that the top 20 winners of the streaming party that get on the list, we were unaware that they star out your name and they only show like the beginning and the end. And so all we could see is a bunch of an A, a bunch of stars, and a 9, and then the name of the listening party. So this week we're gonna put our name in the title of the listening party because now we know that they're gonna just like hashtag out our name. We want our name out there, guys. So like we're gonna put AP529 in the name of the listening party. But I do believe we figured out that we need you guys to replay the same listening party. So we're gonna run a banger of a listening party early this week. And then we're gonna have everybody replay that one in order to get the stream count higher. That way we can hopefully make it higher than number 12. Listen, we are competitive cunts. Let me tell
Yes.
you. We
We
want
are
to be
fighting
on
over
this top 20 list, okay?
we are fighting over less than a rice cooker, guys. Like
It's
less than
Listen,
a coupon.
our name isn't
personality
even on
now.
there. We gotta like Jimmy rig our name onto this list, but gosh darn it.
What will we win? Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely
except
fucking
Basically nothing.
Can we get our name on this list of top 20? That is literally
you-
all we win. Is our name on this list?
Can you name the list AP529 for the rice cooker?
That's what we will.
Yes. I feel like this has to
It's
be
not
the
even a
name.
rice cooker. It's a coupon for a rice cooker.
Coupon.
It's a coupon for 5% off a rice cooker.
So, anyways, if you want to help us, we will be dropping the link to that listening party in our server. Log into Weverse and then attach either your Spotify Premium or your Apple Premium account and just listen to the playlist whenever you have a chance. It gets BTS stream counts, which is the most important, and it gets us on a list of 20. For that rice cooker, man. The things we do.
It gets the first
Listen,
and last character of our name.
Yeah.
We did not know
number
how
one.
this listening party situationship worked this week, and the six of us have been attempting to keep basically 24/7 streams going all week long. And now we know. We just really need one really good one and everybody to listen to it.
Yes, Katrina.
replay.
Now that we know we need to have one really good listening party and then have people replay that, we will post a link to Instagram and TikTok. I'm still mad that TikTok won't let you put a link in stories like Instagram does. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that because they're going to mute our live now. TikTok is great. I'm just kidding.
TikTok is great. We love you.
Yeah, you guys are great. We
Love
this
TikTok.
button.
Love it here. We love it here.
Put that straw down.
We love it here.
Yeah, you're not
We
allowed to
love
have
it.
straws on TikTok.
We love it
Have you
here.
learned
Love it here.
nothing?
What's
so
the
happy.
hand sign for help?
We're so happy.
All right.
We're doing great, sweeties.
Okay.
Okay.
Number
Next
two.
stop, because everybody's laughing, I'm gonna go with this one. So BTS Movie Weeks are coming, people. September 24th to October 5th, 4 concert films shown in 4K in movie theaters for the first time. And tickets are on sale globally, so check your local theaters for dates and times. I know in our Discord there's a bunch of people in the local threads already organizing to go see the movies together. So here you go. You know where to go.
Meow.
Yeah.
And there's a cat.
That's Cookie. He's talking. He's talking.
Okay, Instagram updates. We got some. Guess what? 2 days ago, it was Jungkook's birthday. Happy birthday, Jungkook! Yay! We love you. I was like, where's my JK that I have around here always? Where did he go? Oh no, I can't show that one. Well, no, I can't show that. Oh wait. Okay.
I love how this has become a what can I get away with showing?
This is
Not
not-
that. That's for darn sure.
It's not an actual official picture, but it's nice.
It's very nice.
Oh.
I like it very much. Very, very
Look at him just covering me, and then Taehyung is. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Anyway, happy birthday, JK. Our golden magnate turned 28 years old. Or yes, if you listen to, although JK is gonna just stay in his 20s for as long as possible. I don't think he's in any hurry to reach 30.
No, not
he's gonna-
anymore. Not now that by the end of the year he's the only one in his 20s.
Yeah, by the end of the year, once Jimin and Taehyung have turned 30, he will never let them forget it.
Never let go.
For the next 2 years, he will never
Let go.
let go of his 20s.
Years.
How many times do you think that he and Jimin tortured each other with that song in their living space in the
I
military?
mean,
lot.
he probably a lot.
Probably a lot. Probably a
I
lot.
think
It was
Jimin
probably mostly
with
Jimin
it.
torturing him. Be like, how's that dance supposed to look? How's the dance supposed to look?
How is that dance supposed to look, Junkie?
Like, show it to me. Show me your choreo for this.
And
Justify
JK's like, well,
all
there's
these
this part
goes.
where I lift someone and throw that and yeet them. Do you want to see that part?
Yeah, Jimin tortures him, and then JK does the arm move.
Let's redo that Black Swan choreo, but this time I will.
Go.
You out of this dormitory, okay?
We got posts for JK's birthday from Namjoon, Hobie, and Taehyung. They were all super sweet. Hobie's made me like I did the like my eyes. I was like because it had the little bunny emoji on the drink, and JK's sitting at the table, and he'd clearly been coloring on the. You know, they have those paper tablecloths at some restaurants, and they'll bring you crayons. He'd clearly been coloring on the table.
Not the paper.
On the paper. Crayons.
I love the fact that almost every photograph of JK at a dining table with the rest of the members involves crayons in front of him.
I mean,
We always bring them to keep it.
now I imagine that
You
at
gotta
his
keep
house
him
he has
company.
those butt chairs, and then he has the table with a paper tablecloth on it. And it'd be even better if it has like black and white drawings on it already for him to color in.
Just anytime he gets the urge to draw. We know he loves to draw. So, you know,
Look, some of us need to keep our hands busy.
some of us need to keep our hands busy. But I loved it. I loved all of it. So they were very sweet posts. They were very sweet posts. And then we did discuss JK depth on our live on Sunday. That was on YouTube. So that's on our YouTube channel if you want to check that out. We had a really good discussion about his evolution within the group and the evolution of his solo music, and it was a lot of fun. And we're Army Project 529 on YouTube, so you can find us easily.
Yes.
Oh, and then the other big Instagram update: 2025 Paradise Art Night. Namjoon and Taehyung attended. We got all.
It was fine. I'm fine. It was.
We got so many posts about this event. So many videos, pictures. They were tagged by countless people across like multiple magazines, across all social media platforms. They were gorgeous. Both of them looked impeccable. And it looked like they had a great time. My favorite video was Taehyung running up and attacking Eric Nam. And Eric being like,
oh, so cute. Oh my gosh.
So sweet. Because, I mean, even if you don't know who Eric Nam is, I feel like most people who are watching us probably know who Eric Nam is. He is a Korean American solo artist. And he's actually from Atlanta, where Katie is from. He is from Atlanta. And he moved to Korea many, many years ago. He debuted not too long before BTS did, maybe kind of around the same time. But he used to host this show called the After School Club. Where idols would go on all the time. And the big thing about After School Club was that all of the hosts spoke English, like pretty fluently. And so they would do the show in English. It was aimed towards international K-pop fans. That specific show was aimed toward international K-pop fans. So he was one of the hosts of that show for a long time. And so he's known BTS since they debuted, since the beginning. And they early interviews with him over the years.
You want to hear a fun fact?
Yes.
Big Nam's brother is actually the manager of Epic High.
I did know that. But I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. It's a small world over there in K-pop. It's a small world. I love that picture of the two of them, the scrunchy faces. So yeah.
Oh my gosh,
anyway,
it's
he's
so
known them a
cute.
long time. It was beautiful to see two idols be able to greet each other that enthusiastically and just fun
Oh
and
my
love.
gosh,
friend,
it was
I haven't seen you.
precious. Oh my
You know?
god, I loved it. I loved it.
We want to see more of that.
The way Eric was just like, ah, the minute he saw Tay, and Tay just ooh, ooh, ooh. It was so cute.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
So anyway, it looked like it was a great night. There's tons of stuff out there. If you haven't seen it online, please check it out. I know that both I know our RM posted to his Instagram, and then like I said, they were tagged in lots of other things. I'm sure eventually we'll see some pictures from Tay as well.
Yeah, it was adorable, and it was so cute. Speaking of things that are not so adorable, Audemars Piguet is celebrating their 150th anniversary, and they have introduced an AP family.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, an AP family, and as part of this campaign, and they had an exclusive interview with GQ Hong Kong where they revealed this AP family, which features J-Hope alongside Mark Ronson, Zach Bia, and Gustad Guy, and he looking fine. We've been waiting for an actual official Audemars Piguet collab for literal years. This thing has
Wearing
been.
those watches for a while.
I have a
He has
suggestion.
been wearing the watches for a very long time, many years. One fan account on Twitter showed a picture of all of the Audemars Piguets that J-Hope has worn through the years. The ones that seemingly were purchased by himself, as he had mentioned in an interview that he buys them for celebrations. They're like a marker of successful milestones for him. He has 10 of them in that collection. It's fine. It's not like they're, $100,000 to $500,000 each. It's fine. That's fine. It's no big deal. No big deal. But that same account pointed out that he actually rapped about AP in Dang, where
If
his
only
lyrics.
we met Army Project.
Yeah, it wasn't us, unfortunately. It was in fact Audemars Piguet. But it's fine. But in Dang, he said got money, woo, AP, woo, nice house.
Woo. I like you. Woo.
Someone's dream life.
I'm just gonna make a suggestion, just because to mark the occasion. Can they put Dang on freaking streaming platforms already?
I would love this. Audemars Piguet was mentioned in the lyrics, so to celebrate their 150th anniversary, we should be gifted with Dang on streaming platforms. That's all we're saying. Listen, make it happen, my friend. Look at it. Oh. See, AP knows how much we love his hands.
I mean,
They did this on purpose. That's ridiculous.
it's a good picture.
It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's all of this is fine.
I'm fine. Also, in J-Hope news, he had a lot of news this week. He won, I believe it was announced today or yesterday, he won Best Singer at the 2025 Korean Broadcasting Awards, which is an industry critic vote, not a fan vote. So that's really exciting. Apparently, it is very unusual for a soloist to win. It's been a group for about the last 10 years, so congratulations. Yay!
Oh, look at him. Look at that pout.
That's how he celebrated by giving us this in his Instagram stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that pout was ridiculous.
Look at that pout.
Pout and the tank top.
Go ahead.
Rude.
Wait.
Cutie.
Oh, no.
Anyway,
Oh no.
Oh, and
coming up,
Oh, no.
hold on.
Coca-Cola Korea released their latest ad featuring Taehyung last night.
I forgot about this.
When we were in our admin meeting, and we collectively asked, more like demanded, that Quins wait to watch it. So we decided all to wait so you can all see us react. And particularly,
We thought we're not completely heartless bitches. We were like, if we're gonna make Lisa wait a day to watch the Coca-Cola ad, we should make all of us wait that day. Oh, Katie's gonna put it up.
I'm trying to figure out how to do this.
I'm going to watch it on my computer, though, but I'm not.
Yeah. Feel free.
I'm not going to turn the sound on
Oh, that's a good point. I should probably turn the sound up.
I'm
When are
just
we
gonna.
going to say play on this? Are we
We
just
put
going to play
13
now?
seconds of thought into this, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Tell us when to hit play, and I'll also watch it on my
I
computer.
am watching.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, God. I'm fine. It's fine.
No, absolutely not.
Why are they close up on his arms like that? No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I want pizza. That's no, absolutely
Oh,
not.
God. No, no, no. You are not allowed to bite your lip and look like that. Mm-mm.
Holy guacamole.
Listen.
Ah!
she's hiding. She's gone. She died. No, she didn't. Doc.
What the fuck was that?
I mean,
Yeah.
Listen, I know that I have said the words golden grams before,
Mm-hmm.
but that man's skin.
No, see,
It defies logic. It's how
it, it's fine.
we're with you. We're with you.
Listen, there's no audio. There's no audio in what I just watched because I had it muted. But I,
why did they need those sideways shots of his arms? I don't understand. That's not fair.
it was unreasonable.
He's even beautiful chewing on that.
Beautiful with his freaking eyes going out like this in some binoculars. Like, well, rest assured, my friends, that I'll probably watch it 10 times again after this live is over, so that I can make sure. I full disclosure, I had already seen pictures, because they came to my eyes before everyone said, "Don't watch the video." The pictures already put themselves in my face.
And the gifts were
And the
there as
gifs.
well. That little lip bite,
so I-
eyebrow raise thing is bullshit. That's all I got to say about that. It's bullshit.
Can we always do this? Thank you, Georgie. Thank you.
Okay, I do, having watched that with no sound whatsoever, I do now understand why it was trending on Twitter that Taehyung needs to be cast in some form of drama or movie as an actor, because I mean we've said it forever, but like it was
But it's the bad
trending
guy.
hard.
He's not a bad guy, but he needs to play the bad guy.
Wants to play a villain.
Oh my gosh, he would be the best villain ever.
He said he wanted to play a villain. I think he wants to like stretch himself.
We see that.
And he loves to tease and all of that stuff, and be, you know, like not like sneaky, but like, you know, kind of just like.
I just want to see him and Jimin make a movie together, and they're the only two characters.
Like,
That's
Waiting for Godot. They would actually kill in Waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot. Yeah, I want that. I need that. I need the Veman production of Waiting for Godot. Make it happen. Make it happen. Hell, they could even make My Dinner with Andre, which no one has seen. My Dinner
Filmed by JK, I agree, Ruben.
Yeah, no,
Filmed
the
by
others
JK.
can be involved. I just think them, yeah.
We have to write the script. We have to
Soundtrack by Suga.
adapt the script.
You know what I would? It's not funny. Has anyone? I mean, has anyone ever read the play Huis Clos by Jean-Paul Sartre? No Exit in English. Has anyone ever read that play? Nope. Okay, cool. I'm a nerd. It's fine. It's fine.
We love your nerd.
Right, Jen?
It is giving me
I actually possibly want them in a silent film together.
Well, this play is called No Exit. It's by Jean-Paul Sartre. Feel free to look it up, but it only has 3 people in it, and the premise of the play is hell is other people. I think the Machne line would be brilliant.
I
We're
mean,
casting the movie already.
That's the premise of the play: is hell is other people. It's just 3 people,
I mean,
and they're in purgatory. They don't know it, but the 3 of them have died, and they are in purgatory, and that's the entire play.
Like the good
On a
play.
similar vein,
Classic.
Candide.
Indeed, yes. Yep, set design by Hobie. Yep. Yep, they can all take play. And then, okay, so last but not least, who wants to say the last one?
I'll say it because this
it's
one brought me
exciting.
into the fandom. Dynamite music video hit 2 billion views today, like an hour before the live. So
Literally like
We
an
did
hour
it, guys.
before
We literally did it, guys. Good job, Army.
Yes.
We've been
half of
pushing
them were my
that on the
4-year-old.
streaming charting voting channel.
Yes.
Been,
2
oh my
billion.
gosh, it's so
About it
exciting.
forever. We've been bringing it up on our lives. Finally happened. Congratulations, Dynamite. Congratulations, BTS. 2 million. Billion.
Whatever.
No, for the 3rd billion.
2 million with a B.
Yeah, sorry.
take a seat.
Billion.
I need to check. I know that they have
Billion.
the streaming charting armies have identified a list of music videos that were near, and so we've got to figure out what the next one is. And they kind of try to get 1 to 2 billion, and then they go to the next nearest one. So we'll have to check the list and report back on the next goal.
But Dynamite, she has made it.
She did it. We did it, guys.
High
High
five.
five.
Lovely with a V.
The song that they weren't
I
even
don't
sure they
think
liked
so.
at first.
Right? But congratulations. We're so happy. We're so happy. I mean, you can't go wrong with that music video.
No,
Teletubbies.
it's so good. It's just so good. Hi,
I saw
Jen.
people on Twitter were trying to like gotcha people into going to watch it, and they're like, how many people got mesmerized by Yoongi's eyes at, I don't know, like 1 minute 45 seconds or whatever it is, where when they do the watch where Jimin pauses it, he's like, look at Yoongi's eyes. And so they were identifying different parts of the music. They're like, how many people remember this part? How many people remember that part?
Yeah. Oh, good time.
Precious.
Good memory.
Yeah. Somebody said Hegum is close to 100 million. So that's a good one.
Wendella said she heard Broid with Love next for 2 billion. That's a possibility. That sounds like it's one that could possibly be close.
Yeah. And I know that there's an effort to chart lights on iTunes as well from a friend of ours, Nicole, who you guys all met in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Very sweet.
Very
She was
sweet.
giving out singles as freebies. That's good. That's good freebie. She was giving out CD singles.
All right. Speaking of supporting things, if you're here, if you like what we do, if you like the spaces and activities and lives and blog content and all of the stuff we do, and you want to help us keep the lights on, we truly appreciate it. And some ways you can do that. You can check out our merch shop. We have a ton of new stuff out this week. We put up a travel themed collection, as well as maybe not quite all, but if you saw, we brought a bunch of new designs to Kansas City. Those are now all up in the shop, and we also put most of them on the women's shirts, which a lot of people had asked for. We originally only had them on the unisex shirts. So as always, if you see a design and you're like, hey, I like this, but I want it on a different product, send us a message and we'll see what we can do. Yeah, so go check out the website. It's at ap529.com/links to see what's in the shop. And you can also check out our Patreon, which is at the same location. We are broadening what we offer on the Patreon. As always, the stuff that's always been free will remain free, but we're trying to offer some extra perks and content to our Patreon members. So please go check it out.
Who's ready for some week tea?
Yeah. Well, so we once again we kind of wait and see what comes to us we let the week marinate, and I'm saying week WEEK this time, not WEAK. But we let the week kind of progress, and we're like, something will come to us. The internet will bring us something. Well, the internet's been bringing us something for a while. For a while, it's been bringing us a lot of things lately. But we rediscovered this tweet, and it's a very old tweet. And we were talking about it the other night. I think Christina might have been the one who actually brought it up originally. But we were talking about kind of the thought of absolutism. And she was like, do you remember that tweet from like years ago? And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but they were talking in terms of Twitter. But I think we could safely say all social media. Social media is the only place where well-articulated sentences still get misinterpreted. For instance, you can say, I like pancakes, and somebody will say immediately, so you hate waffles. And like, no, that's a whole different sentence. That's a
Oh,
the tweet actually says, no, bitch. That's a whole different sentence. But so it's saying that the thing of absolutism is like, you say, I like pancakes, and somebody comes back and says, well, therefore you must hate waffles. And so that is what we are going to talk about tonight.
Yep.
yeah, because some of us like both of those things.
Yes. You know, and
In fact, I said nothing about waffles. I made
Did
no.
not
I
mention
did
the
not besmirch
waffles.
waffles by saying that I liked pancakes.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So this tweet is almost 8 years old, but it's still
Yeah.
true. It's still true. And again, I changed it to social media because I think this is true on all platforms. You know, people on one platform might be like, oh, well, over there, and we've even been guilty of ourselves in the past, doing this in the past, where we're like, oh, I don't know about that platform, or I don't know about that platform. People do it all the time. But really, no one is exempt. There are people who do this kind of stuff on everywhere. Right? So,
Right. Well, like even recently, there was the Great Soda War of 2025 here on TikTok, where it got started by somebody saying they liked a certain soda, and somebody else responded with, "Oh, so you hate this other one?" Next thing you know, like Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Sprite, all of the sodas were fighting each other. There was videos going everywhere, and it all started by somebody saying they liked a particular soda, and boom, it was just that. And then it turned into satire, and it was freaking hilarious, but also like,
yes. And
Somebody put the Mentos in the Coke, and the whole thing imploded.
yes. And see, here's the thing is that we are using this obviously as an example, and you guys are joking in the comments, rightfully so. But if you put it, what we're saying to fandom, it raises a legitimate issue that we are going through. Not just ARMY, a lot, but specifically we talk about BTS, so we're talking about ARMY right now. But if you want to say, so absolutism, one of the things, and I want all of us to talk about, we all talk about it, but like, it can introduce an idealized, perfect image of our idols, in our case, BTS. And part of that is on the K-pop system. They try to make them look as attractive and amazing to us as possible. I mean, after all, they're not called singers. They're not called whatever. They're called idols. And so how does this affect the way that fans within ARMY or what ARMYs react to mistakes and or controversies?
I think that they hold their idols to a higher standard that they would hold anyone else. And we've talked about before that we think people hold BTS to a higher standard than even other idols. We're not quite sure why. Probably maybe because they're at least globally, I would say the most famous idol group. They have the most reach outside of Korea. Within Korea, I can't say specifically because I don't live there. But yeah, I think people hold them to a really insane standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we've seen the way it happens with controversies. We saw it last summer. And we are still continuing to see the effects of last summer. Even today, it still rears its head. And what happened, and there have been other things that have happened in the world of K-pop that I think all of us would agree rank much higher on the scale of things that you should care about that somebody did wrong. And yet,
Actual legitimate crimes.
Legitimate, prosecuted, convicted crimes.
Real actual crimes
With
that
victims, with
involved
actual victims.
going,
Yes, with
going
victims.
behind the bars that involved victims took place
And yet-
inside the K-pop sphere. And yet still. How
And yet-
dare.
But what about those waffles? But what, that's what we got. But what about? And so that's one. Anybody want to keep? You want to get the next one, Katie?
Sure. Well, and I was gonna say, I was as we were thinking about this live, I was thinking, I don't know how they keep going sometimes because even within our group, sometimes I'm like, this is so exhausting. No matter what we say, someone's gonna be mad. So sometimes it just makes you want to throw up your hands in the air and be like, I might as well just say what I want. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna piss somebody off anyway.
Right.
And it's hard. We try
It's
to
hard.
walk.
Didn't we piss somebody off because we didn't promote Golden, that we weren't even a group?
Yes. We did.
Yes.
We got shit from people. I'm not people. We know who they were. They were
not reasonable people.
Yeah. We got shit from people because we didn't promote Golden as a project. But we didn't exist then when Golden came out.
I literally did
But
not
you bet they went all
exist.
through our Twitter history and said,
Quite literally, we did not exist as a project when that album was released. So
And I
that would've been
do
impossible.
love how these people were capable of searching our entire Twitter history, but failed to notice the start date of the account. I'm not going to look because that didn't fit the narrative. I'm not even going to look
No.
at when the date the account was created happened to be months and months after this album came out. Doesn't fit the narrative. You
again-
did not promote that album.
Yeah.
Absolutism. What is it? The correct way to be a fan is often a question. The correct way to be a fan, and it leads to people saying, well, you have to do this.
The correct age to be a fan.
I wanted to ask in the comments,
the correct gender to be a fan.
what are some of the unspoken or spoken rules or expectations that you've found in the fandom? Just throw out there what you found. Somebody says you're not doing it right. You're not being ARMY right.
Yes,
I've
give
been
us
told
give us that in the
I'm-
comments.
Yeah.
But because here's the thing is that they looked at our whole history and they decided that because what we retweeted something about, I don't even remember who it was. I'm just gonna say Jin. We retweeted something about Jin. They came along and decided, well, you must hate Jungkook.
Right.
Like it's that thing. Like we retweeted this one thing. And so, so you hate waffles.
Right.
There's really good ones in the, I
All
don't know if
the
you guys see
waffles.
these, but you can't like any other groups. These are the ones that people are saying.
that's
People
a
said
good
you
one.
can't like other groups. You're too old. Not streaming on Spotify. Super your notion.
Not streaming enough.
Yep.
You only got one premium account, therefore you're not a great fan because you're not streaming enough. As if, like, please. Too old.
You're collecting too much, or you're not
female.
collecting enough.
I've been too female.
Two female. How
Yeah,
dare you?
How dare?
I'm sure plenty of people
How
have been
dare
not female
I be
enough.
born with female anatomy,
Knowing obscure
and
facts.
and
Yep.
identify as such.
Yep,
Yeah.
not-
And,
so
and the
sad I'm
crazy
not
part is like inside this project, like the admins especially, we know some of the most obscure facts that exist, and we still don't know enough, according to some fans.
we still don't. I mean, but you're never gonna know everything, and that's okay. Like
It's also like you're too new. You're too new. You've only been
You're
doing
too
this
new.
for a couple of years, so you're too new. I've been
Yeah,
here since
yeah.
the beginning. You know.
yeah, I'm seeing a lot of the same. Like you don't own this merch. You don't stream enough. You know, it's so a lot of these things, and it's like, so what is the correct way to be a fan? You know, some people are like, well, you had to have been in this long.
The video content, like Run BTS. Some people really enjoy. Sorry, my phone's out of sync.
Yeah, I just realized I was like,
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Some people really enjoy
Froze.
the video content, like Run BTS. Some people really enjoy music videos. Me? What?
Yeah,
I think the internet is doing something weird. You might want to
Gross.
come back. Wait, move.
All right,
might
hang
have-
on.
No, I think you've synced up again.
yeah, you are.
Is it back?
You're back. Yes.
Oh, I spoke too soon.
Nope, and then it's gone.
Spoke too soon.
We lied. It was back, and then it wasn't back, and
Let
now
it
it's gone.
go.
Okay.
Let it go.
What was the
Yeah,
last thing? No, now you guys
come
are
back.
frozen.
Yeah, there we go.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
She's gonna fix it. She's gonna fix it.
She'll
She's
come
gonna
back.
restart.
It's fine.
Did you
It's
try
fine.
turning it off and back on again?
He's back.
It's my nerdish
I'm back.
thing.
Yay!
Like people telling you that you do it the wrong way in terms of I prefer to listen to music and look up the lyrics, and that's my way of enjoying it. Some people really enjoy watching the performances. Some people really enjoy watching music videos and you know what I mean? And some people say, well, you're not doing it right if you don't do it my way. And it's like, you like
Right, exactly. So we've said this before, but there really is no correct way to be a fan. The only things that you have to do to be I don't even like the term correct, but I think to actually really call yourself a fan and an army is that you have to love and respect all seven and support them in their endeavors, like support their music, support their projects. Those are really the only things that I think you have to do in order to really be a fan.
Be a fan.
Yeah, that's it. And when I say support, it doesn't necessarily mean monetarily. Like if you don't have money to spend and all you have is your free Spotify account, then you stream on your free Spotify account whenever you can. You know, you do you, boo. You're still listening.
Because at the end of the day, some of something is better than all of nothing.
Yeah.
I don't understand when these elitists get involved and they start downplaying some of something. Listen, it may take 600 more streams on a free account versus a premium account to get the same number. But some of something's better than all of nothing. If we have 6 million people on a free account versus nobody because they're not doing it right, then we lose all those streams. We lose a million streams that way. Whereas we could have picked up that million streams by having all those people on free accounts listening to their music. And it's this cognitive disconnect that acts like it has to be all or nothing. No, some of something is better than all of nothing. We need the free accounts to be streaming them. We need the people to be watching their music videos and listening. We need the casual fans just as much as we need the diehard fans, because some of something's better than all and nothing. And the casual listeners, the local listeners, that's what hits us onto the top of Billboard. And that's why I hate the elitism, is because it scares away the new fans. It scares away the casual fans, which are important to the fandom, whether you believe it is or not. They're important.
Well, like we make those jokes like, get to the back of the line, local. We make those jokes, but that's what they are. They're jokes. They're in good fun.
Listen, the line doesn't actually exist. Be so for real.
No, there's no line. There's no line.
The line is determined.
There's no
The line is
actual
determined
line.
randomly by Ticketmaster. There is a line, and it's determined by Ticketmaster.
Ticketmaster's
Yeah,
line.
and the local might get into
line
the
that
front of the
matters.
line.
That's the only line that matters.
And we can't control that line.
Yeah, if you know how to get to the front of that line, let us know.
We have nightmares
She
about
said
that
something
line.
great. She said, I may never get to see them live in person, but have been able to stream on Weverse. And see, if that's what you can do, then that's what you can do. I hope you do get to see them, Colleen. But if not, that's a great attitude to have. You do what you can. You have to say all this is said. Tell us about it.
Like, no joke.
No joke.
Tell us.
We're not even saying half of it.
Like, I agree. The fact that we have to say all of this is, in fact, sad. It's pathetic that we have to say
Real
this.
pathetic.
But it's not just in BTS fandom. I have seen other fandom account. I watched a lady on a live who was super excited about whoever it was she was going to the concert for. Like, she had watched every fan cam for this concert up to the point, like, she knew what dances were happening when. She was making friendship bracelets for this concert. Like, she was into it. And like, in the middle of her live, somebody was all like, oh, you're clearly not even a real fan. And she just, like, shut down because neurodivergence, like, just shut down visibly on this live. And I was like, the audacity.
Wow.
Are
I
these
was
people
just
who
like,
wake up in the morning and say, I'm just going to go shit all over someone?
Yeah.
I'm like sitting there going, they're making a friendship bracelet. They're literally telling you a play-by-play of this person. I hadn't even seen a single fan cam for this concert, but she was so into it. I stopped and I was watching because she was into it. And I was like, man, I'm going to learn all about this concert I'm never going to watch through you. And then somebody was like, you're not even a real fan. And she shut down. And I was like, oh, it's other fandoms too. It's like this weird attitude that somehow, if, like, there's a criterion you have to meet in order to be a fan. Like, I don't understand it. I just don't get
Katie,
it.
I think you're good to do the next one.
Oh, yeah. So we're talking about, so we think a lot of this comes from, we talked about social media platforms. So, so how do we think that the algorithm features of these platforms fuel absolutism? Do we think it's better, worse, or the same when the pancake tweet came out in 2017, which would have been what? That's Love Yourself era?
The very beginning of Love Yourself era, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's worse.
I think it's worse.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's much worse.
Because the algorithm is much more specific and nuanced now.
Yes.
And it's also bad because people feed the beast. You know, the more that you react to people that are doing these things, the more you're feeding the algorithm to put this content in front of other people that might bite into it. So best strategy, do not even pay attention to it. Scroll over. Don't engage, pretty much. Because the more you engage, the more that you're pushing it up.
Yes. The less you engage, the more you win. Ooh. Maybe Patricia can translate that.
Oh yeah, it's like but that's weird because it's like I think that there's a typo in it. She's saying that that she would pay for someone that will tell them, but I don't think it's pago. I think it's pego. She said that she will kid someone that would tell her that she's not a fan for the time that she's been spending in the fandom. But she wrote pago, which is pay, and not pego, which is hit.
Ah,
I was reading it and I was like, this grammatically makes no sense.
okay. Well, I mean,
Carolina, do you mean has escrito le pego o le pago?
something to say.
Ah, Puerto Rico. Okay. I don't
Oh,
say I don't
okay.
we say
It's a
pego in
euphemism.
Spain. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literal.
That's
So yeah. Uh,
it's really hard. Time ago, I talked to a friend of mine about online spaces in general. Am I freezing again? Yeah, I'm freezing again.
no,
But,
you're okay
No, you're
right now.
fine. You're doing fine.
You're doing fine, sweetie.
okay, sorry. And she was talking about how damaging online spaces can be for people's mental health, and that is what we're talking about. And then, but the more community based they are, and the more they're based on individual interactions between people who know each other better, the better they are for you. And so I think that's one of the things that's guided us to have a space that we control and moderate, in
Yeah.
addition to
I would
engaging on spaces like this.
I
Mm-hmm.
would absolutely agree with that because there's actual studies that have been published in
Yes,
actual
that's what she
journals
told me.
that have shown that, especially in particular, looking at the BTS fandom, that time spent in a supportive community within the BTS fandom is statistically significantly beneficial for mental health and well-being. And so, honestly, I had collected like 6 or 7 of these studies at the very beginning of our project, and it was one of the things that really spearheaded that me personally, at least, that approach to trying to build that community, that safe space where people can find friends
Mm-hmm.
without the negativity.
Yeah.
You know,
Go ahead, Patricia.
one of the things that I find really interesting with this negativity, because we've been at the center of it. And I think one of the things that has, talking about community, the 6 of us, we talk a lot when these things happen. We actually kind of like talk it out because all of us, like from the 6 of us, we all react very differently. I think we all have like a different way of like, this is happening. Some of us get really mad and some of us like kind of laugh it out. It's like we all have a different reaction. But I think that one of the things that is key for us and that I think makes us like kind of push through is that we have each other's backs and ears and we talk it out.
Yeah.
So if you're in the center of like something like this or you're living and we also have something that is key. You have to be open to hear to the other person and what the other person has to bring to you. Because whatever perception they have might be entirely different of your perception, but you have to be accepting and willing to listen and have a conversation about it.
This is going to be good for something we're going to talk about in a minute.
Yes,
So put a pin in that and
put
remember
a pin in that.
in.
Yeah, I think the next two we've kind of talked about already, but let me know if they're
Yeah, no, I think the pressure of fandom absolutism affecting your personal enjoyment of BTS's music and content. Some of the people were saying in the comments different ways that they've been personally shamed or they've seen people be shamed for whatever, how they choose to enjoy. And it can affect. And Stephanie was telling us yesterday how she, and I think she's even said it on her account that she gets people who comment to her all the time and they're like, I just joined and this is exhausting.
Yeah.
Like, how do I navigate this? So, is this something that we think that before we talk about navigating it, where do we think that this comes from? This sense of absolutism, like we're saying, like we've seen similar things in other fandoms, but it does seem to be particularly vitriolic in ARMY. And is there something unique about? Is it like the scale of ARMY, or that somewhat that fosters it maybe a bit more? Like, what do we think?
I have a theory.
Tell us in the comments too.
I have a theory. I think on some level, I don't even know if it's conscious, but I think on some level, some people feel that like if they're a good enough army and if they're a perfect enough army, that like BTS will personally recognize them.
Well,
And
there's
look,
that
they
whole
they
like,
love us collectively.
yeah, there's that whole thing of, well, just just hoping and wishing and praying for that day that one of them likes your comment or sees your post and likes it. And if they do, that means that you've somehow made it. You've made it as an army.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm not diminishing, like, that's cool, but it's not like, it's not a fandom goal. It shouldn't be a fandom goal.
I also think it's the size. I mean, like, you cannot put an entire group of people, like as huge as Army is, and expect everybody to be of the same color. You know what I mean? Like, you just
Yeah.
can't. You're gonna have people that you're gonna get along with. You're gonna have people that you're like, say, okay, I get along, but it's like not my, someone that I particularly enjoy hanging out with. It's like having a huge group of friends or acquaintances, and you're gonna have people that you like more, people that you like less, and people that are like, and some people that cross your path in life also that are assholes. That's kind of the reality of
Right.
life.
I've been part of other fandoms to a smaller degree, nowhere near as much as I am involved in BTS and Army, but I have been a part of other fandoms, and to a degree, the same things happen. People will fight, people will snit. There will be little pockets of, well, we think this, and oh, well, we think this. That happens, but I do agree with you, Patricia, that because the size of Army itself lends itself to global issue. So like things that might not be that big of a deal become a much bigger deal because you have people on like all from all different places in the globe talking about it and weighing in.
And you have to also add things like cultural misunderstandings, language misinterpretations. You have a ton of people in this fandom that have accessed BTS by speaking another language. There's a lot of I see it all the time, like this.
I mean, including all of us.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
But the South American, for example, the South American fandom, like sometimes kind of divs into the English speaking fandom, and they have fights among themselves because they're misinterpreting the language. And I see it all the time.
We literally just watched a language interpretation inside of the same language, but from two different countries. Just now happened inside the chat.
I mean, like even
in this very live.
Even between all the different Spanishes, there's like, we all speak Spanish, but some words mean different things in different countries. So it's like ridiculous. It's hard.
Right. Well, I think there's an element to there seems to be this inherent attitude of it's like a self-centered jealousy to a degree. And what I mean by that is, let's get out of fandom for a second and just look at the medicine. Let's just look at medicine for a second. In the United States, there is a law that had to be passed to restrict residents to an 80-hour work week. And there is a constant argument over how to reinforce that 80-hour work week because everybody knows it's not being followed. You are told to write down your 80 hours and still work 100, 120, 130 hours out of 140 existing hours in a week. And every single time the argument comes up, the number one reason why it gets quashed down is older physicians saying, I had to work 100 hours a week, so they have to work 100 hours a week. And that is the reason why in the United States these 80-hour work weeks still exist that are being flagrantly ignored. Why your resident physicians are still running on caffeine, hopes, and prayers, and making life-altering decisions. It's terrible. But the number one argument is, I had to do it, so they have to do it. They need to suck it up and do it. And you see the same thing inside of a fandom where these people who they get obsessed with, say, streaming counts, and they're running different devices at all times. They've got their family plan maxed out and all of this. They bought all the merch. And there's this attitude that I had to do it, so you have to do it, or you're not a good fan. And that
Or
is
I deserve
a
more
that
than
is a
you because I did this.
yeah, so I'm a better fan than you are because I worked more hours. I did more things. I this. And it comes down to a self centered jealousy because they don't want you to also be considered a fan and not have put in the same amount of work that they put in it, or their perceived amount of work. It's
Yes.
their perception of how much effort and how many hours they've put into the fandom. They don't want to see you come in and also be considered a fan but not have done all of that same thing, so therefore they lash out. I had to
And
do it.
we don't mean to pick on streamers. It could be anybody. It could be I went
Yeah,
to
yeah,
every
it could be
single
anything. It can
August
be
D
merch, it
concert
can be,
and you
yeah.
didn't. Therefore, you don't like him, or I went to this or I did that, or
I
it's
had, yeah.
I had to call every radio station in America to get this song played in 2018, and therefore I'm a better fan than you are, or whatever it is.
I paid for a billboard. I put a pay for a bus. I sent this. I sent
Yes.
that.
Or I'm following this initiative on social media and you're not.
Mm-hmm. So let's move on to the next one, which I don't know if everybody, because it happened right before the live.
Yeah.
Somebody in our community, I'm not going to say who because she didn't give us permission, asked us, and it was clear that we were talking about the same thing, but she didn't know we were planning to talk about it. She said, she asked if we could talk about how to navigate when you and an army friend disagree about a fandom related topic. It can definitely be awkward. It can lead to both sides feeling like they maybe need to hide things from each other. So I wanted to ask each of us how we would handle it. And sort of, would you set ground rules? Would you just agree to disagree? That kind of thing. So let's start with
Go
Lisa.
ahead. Well, no, I mean, if you have something, you can go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll go last.
I think the biggest thing would be first of all, you have to assess the friendship in general. Because like, are you like, I don't want to, you don't necessarily want to categorize something, but I think when you're like friend with somebody, you know what you can talk to them about and what you can't talk to them about. So if this is somebody that maybe like you're just kind of army friends with and you're still maybe new in your friendship, I can understand why it would be more difficult to navigate a conversation like that, especially if you are only friends with them inside of the army fandom and your friendship is kind of like because if it's new and it's just solely contingent upon BTS, you haven't really evolved your friendship beyond that. These are important factors to consider, but you can still handle it in the same way with like the same amount of courtesy and care and just be like, hey, what I would do is I would say, hey, there's something that's like kind of weighing heavy on me that I'd really like to talk to you about. And can we have a discussion about it? And it's a topic that I don't think we see eye to eye on. And, I would kind of like to, I mean, it may not be a discussion where either one of you is going to change the other person's mind, but you can decide to either like respect each other's opinions and not talk about it with each other, or maybe it's not something you guys can agree on and maybe you need to move on to, I mean,
I think that that's the key there.
yeah.
Because like it very much, I think that, a friendship between two people is like you need to tango here.
Yeah.
So it's like in life when you have friends, both people need to be kind of like not agreeing on the thing. I have friends that I disagree on a lot of topics with. We just don't, it's like, and we kind of decided that we don't talk about them because if we talk about them, we get into a fight and there's no point in us fighting. But we have other things that we might not necessarily agree with, but we have gone through things together. We have shared special moments together. So like the fact that we have those things compensates the fact that we cannot talk about that specific topic that we don't agree. But we respect each other. We respect each
Yeah.
other. And he's like, okay, well, you have your opinion, I have mine, and that's it. But like the moment that the other person is actually, I always say I like to have people in my life that add to my life. I don't like to have people that subtract from my life. So if at the moment that the other people is hurting me or making me feel bad about myself or making me feel bad about my opinions, then is when I question if I should be a friend of this person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, like the level of conversation you can have with somebody about a topic you do not agree on, it is really how respectful can you each be to each other's opposing opinion. The moment an argument denigrates into base insult is the moment that argument cannot
Yeah.
take place. As long as an argument can stay open and respectful, and both sides are allowed to voice their opinion on the two sides, then that conversation can take place. But the minute one of you or both of you decides that you literally are unwilling to listen or tolerate the other person's opinion in any way, shape, or form, and it denigrates into just name calling and verbal abuse, that's when that conversation can't take place. And so it really depends on the maturity level
Yeah.
of each person involved in that conversation, because mature people are capable of having a conversation with somebody of a diametrically opposed position and still be friends at the end.
Yeah.
And an immature person is just going to insult them and run away.
Yeah.
And that's not a
I'll,
real friendship anyway if that happens.
yes.
Right. Then it's not a real friendship.
I'll say what this reminds me of is something in my family, which is me and my parents. We have diametrically opposed political viewpoints, and I am very close with my parents. I've talked before. I live down the street from them. I live like 5 houses away from them by choice. I talk to them all the time. They raised me. I share their value. They gave me my values. And I'm like, I don't know how you raised me and created my sense of ethics. And we walked away with two completely different understandings of them, but that's where we're at. And we have decided, like, we just, if we can talk about something politely, we do. If we don't, we just move on, because I'm like, I have to look at you as a whole person, and I know who you are and the individual decisions you make and what great people you are, and you have the right to vote how you want, and that's it. That's your thing. So we just have to say, you know,
Same
just
with
live
my
and let live.
same
And
with my
I still
family.
love them, and they're great people, and that's what they, I have to, what I try to remind myself is that we all want what's best, and we are just thinking of different ways to get there.
Yes. And I think that is an important that point in particular, Katie, is an important thing for us to keep in mind right now with topics that we are seeing being thrown around in fandom right now. And uh, it comes back to pancakes and waffles. Just because if you see somebody who makes a video and they say, I like pancakes, or I'm excited about this thing in fandom, it doesn't mean that they hate something else or that they
Right.
are, you know, the two don't conflate.
Right.
They
They're
don't.
unrelated topics.
They're
You can't,
unrelated
they're
topics.
unrelated topics. You can't put them together because they are
And so
unrelated topics.
it it is important to remember, and we're not necessarily speaking. We were just talking about friends. This is not necessarily friends. This might be what I'm kind of talking about now is like people that you may know through a screen, but you're not necessarily friends with, but you watch them a lot. And so you think you know them, but you're not friends necessarily. And it can feel like that person's views are super important, and that they align with you is super important. But what's really the most important is what is it that what's really the most important is what you think, and what's uh, and not and that person's viewpoint is important to them, and we can never we're not on this earth to force something. If something's not going to happen, then it's not going to happen. The same thing with discussing with your friend. You might not necessarily change your friend's mind, and they might not necessarily change your mind, and that doesn't have to be the point of every interaction.
Yeah.
Right. You can find
Yeah,
other things that you enjoy that you have agreeing viewpoints on and focus on those things in your interactions with each other.
I would say specifically in the case you talked about, if you can find a time, I would say, hey, I want to talk to you about something. There is something that I felt the need to hide and it's made me uncomfortable. I'm like, I think we're not like, and you can try if you want, but you can say, I think we're not going to agree on this, and I'm totally willing to put that in a drawer and say, I love your friendship and let's just engage about other topics. But I want you to know if you see something on my public social media, it's not like, you may see that and it's not about you. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have to feel like I'm unable to share things that I'm doing because it might offend you.
Yeah.
And
Right.
maybe just talk through like, does that affect, is that going to offend you? What can we do about that?
Yeah.
Do
I
we have
don't
to
want to.
unfollow each other and just talk personally? Like what, which sucks, but hopefully if you kind of talk about it head on.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's how we foster
Yeah.
and keep relationships that we care about.
There's
Yeah.
There's actually, I'm not going to go on psychological theory and everything, but if everybody wants to look it up, there's actually something to have this kinds of discussions to kind of bring up these things in DBT, which is like dialectical behavioral therapy. It's called Dear Man. Look it up. It's good to have this kind of conversations.
Called what?
It's called Dear Man, literally.
Dear. Like,
Describe, express, assert, reinforce, mindfulness,
okay.
appear
I thought you meant
confident.
with antlers.
It's like a way to have these discussions. It's called dear, as in dear at the beginning of a letter. Dear.
Yep. No, I got it.
Got it. Got it.
Got it. I'm Googling it.
There.
Dear, excellent.
Yeah.
And so, lastly, what can we do as fans to push back against the tide of absolutisms? Are there small ways, or there's small actions, things that we can do that can make a big difference? Not all at once now.
I was thinking. I mean, I think you can
do
be a
wanna-
listener.
So, in small ways, personally, when I have seen a new army being piled on by the demands of other people, I have frequently gone to them in DMs and told them that this is crap. You do not have to do all these perfect things to be army. And I know it's small and not everybody is going to see those DMs, but quite a few of them have. And I've had really good discourse in DMs with New Army because it was like, no, ignore them. They're just toxic, and just ignore them. They don't actually represent the fandom. And so those are little things that you can do, and they may be just a tiny splash in the giant ocean, but they may be a big wave to that individual if they see that encouraging message, and it may keep them in the fandom longer.
Nimi said something that I think is really great. Said looking for 3 alternatives to your first assumptions about something that angers you before you respond. That's a great. Be like, what is it that's pissing me off about this? And can I think of 3 alternative arguments first?
I was thinking about something Christina said the other day. I'm gonna have to tell her I said this. She was saying that one of her things related to that is that when somebody's driving really badly, and I would be cursing up a storm in my car, she's like, no, I just tell myself that they have really bad diarrhea.
Yeah, when somebody's driving really horribly and they're like cutting me off, I just imagine they're having really bad diarrhea and that's why I'm driving like a lunatic. And then I feel bad for them. I'm like, oh, honey, I'll get out of the way.
Another
So,
thing is that
sorry.
when you see something that is clearly incendiary, that is getting on your nerves, research, research,
Research.
research.
Yes. Google exists,
If somebody's making an assertion about something that is making you angry or that doesn't sound quite right, maybe it's time to
You just don't
Google it.
understand. Yeah. Or if you want to know more about it, research, Google, please.
Learning is amazing. In Spanish, we say never go to bed without learning something new. So,
Oh, I like that.
something new.
That's amazing. I like
Yeah.
I
that.
love that.
Yeah.
And I think one thing we can do, and one thing we have done, we have a space in our Discord called Vent into the Void, which I took from my other Discord server that I'm in. And I love that space because I think it's one of the most powerful things you can do for your own mental health is to say the icky feelings out loud.
Yeah.
It takes the power away from them. And so having a place where you can do that safely is good. And doing it yourself and showing other people that it's okay to do that is important. And the whole point of the channel, by the way, is that you say things and people are not allowed to reply. They're allowed
Yeah.
to put emoji reactions on it, but they're not allowed to type back to you. So it's just releasing it out into the void. So I think that's something you can do is to normalize that, and I think that kind of speaks to some of the mental health things that BTS has talked about. Um, yeah,
And
so
they have, and BTS is a big proponent of a big supporter of mental health. And Katie mentioned the love yourself era earlier, and they said love yourself, speak yourself, and that's something that we have always said too. It's super important to speak yourself and to, like Patricia was saying, learn things for yourself. There's so much dialogue out there about a lot of things right now. And if we find a lot of people misunderstanding, somebody says, I'm excited about this, and other people are like, well, then you must not be excited about waffles anymore, or you must enjoy, so you just want to throw
you
all
must
waffles.
never want anyone to eat a waffle again.
Yeah, you just want to throw all waffles away, huh? That's what you think? No, I just said that I like pancakes. That's all I said. But that must mean that you want to throw all waffles away, right? No. Take a moment and go to Google, and I want you guys to research waffles.
Yeah. Sure.
I think all of you can put this parable together in your brain right now and
Yes.
figure out what I'm saying. I think research waffles, okay? And go out there and figure out what exactly is going on in the world of waffles and what it is about before you get on the internet and you start saying, yeah, I think this person hates waffles. I think that this person is supporting other people who hate waffles, and we can't have that. Just research.
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking
And I
about
think
more
also,
post.
I think also thinking about alternative explanations, we have a lot of people in our spaces who BTS is the bright light in a very difficult life. And so to try to take away their joy and excitement over something that is a bright spot in their life is really kind of cruel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean you can't do what you want and believe whatever you believe, but it does mean that you don't get to go to them and try to dampen their fun and tell them that they're wrong.
And at the end of the day, the words are love yourself, speak yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
And please bear in mind that means speak yourself. Do not try to demand other people speak for you. Okay. Speak
Right.
yourself. That's what those lyrics say. So just keep
because
those in mind when those lyrics
And
are
respect
about you
others.
as an individual.
And respect others when they're speaking themselves.
Yeah.
That's also the point.
Yeah. And there's so many ways. There's so many ways, good ways to make a difference with the way that you feel about something, whether it's BTS, whether it's waffles, whether it's what the fuck ever. There are so many good ways to affect change in this world and to take icky feelings inside and to turn around and to make them positive. There's so, and adding people on social media ain't it.
Especially
Coming
when
into
those
people's
accounts are
comment
managed by
sections.
managers.
Yeah,
Yeah, coming into people's comments to tell them that they're awful people and they hate waffles,
that's
not
not
a good
it.
use of time. Not really, doesn't really get people over to your cause either.
Especially when you
It really
visibly
doesn't.
have not researched waffles.
Even if you truly believe that.
Yeah.
Even if you truly believe that, more flies with honey.
Well, people
Uh,
can believe a lot of things without knowing anything about it,
yeah.
Yeah.
and
That's the point of
that's
belief.
a lot of the problem.
Yeah. Belief does not equal knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you need to research your belief system and and look into it deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm
All
going
right.
to say about that one.
So yeah,
So
what did you guys think? Did you guys enjoy our conversation tonight? We hope that you got something from it, and that maybe it might be a little bit easier to navigate the internet tomorrow. You feel a little bit better about going about your army life, perhaps. Or maybe we just made you chuckle and now you want to go have some waffles.
French toast. There's a whole French toast argument going on in the chat. You
Yeah.
know, you can have French toast too. Loving pancakes and hating waffles does not also mean hating French toast.
I'm just gonna go have some French toast instead.
I keep thinking about, has anybody ever seen The Life of Brian, the Monty Python movie?
Of course.
Yeah, of course you have.
Have
Of
we
course you have.
seen Monty Python? Okay.
Have we
okay.
seen? Yeah. Well, The Life of Brian in particular, the two groups that I won't say, but the two groups with the similarly named, and they're like, no, we're from this group. No, we're from that group, and you're wrong.
Yep. Just sing always look on the ground.
For the one asking in the chat really fast, our AP529 Weverse handle is AP529.
Yes, they would not let us use the word army. So for good reason. The link to our Weverse profile is on ap529.com/links.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So some reminders before we go real quick.
Yep. For those who want to participate, we have a streaming, charting, voting channel in Discord. Check it out if you want to learn about the most recent goals. And also you can get reminders for when to do things if you need that sort of thing, because I forget everything if it's not written down. So come check that out.
Come check out our Discord if you haven't already. Thank you, Sabrina. There is a Discord.
No Discord.
Come check it out. We've got lots of stuff going on there. We've got watch parties. Patricia, I think tomorrow is your last one, or are you doing one on Monday as well?
Tomorrow's Thursday, woman. It's yours.
Sorry, Friday. Sorry, Friday. Yeah, tomorrow's mine. Anyway, but is this Friday your last one, or are you doing one on Monday?
Friday is my last one before I make the big jump.
So just as a reminder, Stephanie and Patricia are going to Korea very soon. Stephanie leaves this weekend. Patricia leaves next week. So they will be gone for a while. So Patricia's watch parties will cease while she is gone. So this Friday will be her final one before she goes.
I have another one on Monday.
I said, are you doing Monday? And you said no.
I'm doing Monday. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Friday and
so
Monday.
I'm doing Friday Run BTS with Dog, and I'm doing Monday. We're doing the K-pop Olympics with Shells.
Okay.
Two.
So Monday.
We're going to see Christmas, Min Yoongi, and Red Jimin do archery. If you want to join.
Nice. Good times. So those are happening. We will still be having our European watch parties. My weekly watch party on Thursdays will still be happening this week, and that's at 8:30 p.m. Eastern every Thursday. This week, we are celebrating our Golden Magne and his birthday week by watching Golden the Showcase. Again, Doc and Charisse streamed it on Sunday, but we figured that we could still celebrate Cookie all week long, and there may have been
you can.
I wasn't able to join them on Sunday, so I said, I'm going to show it again. And then maybe other people who weren't able to join, or if you want to watch it again, can come and watch. So we will be watching JK's Golden Showcase tomorrow night. Come and join. We have tons of stuff in our Discord, lots of things. Book Club just picked a new book to read that we'll be starting on soon. Do I remember what it is? No, I looked it up and I totally forgot, but I'm sure it's going to be great. And we've got a meditation club, magic shop. We've got tons of stuff going on. Come and join our Discord, ap529.com/links. You can find it there.
Yep. And as we mentioned at the top of the live, we go live twice a week on Wednesdays for a midweek tea here on TikTok. And on Sundays, we go live on YouTube. Our handle there is also Army Project 529. Our next live will be Sunday the 7th at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. See, K-Hope came to say hi. She's even waving at everybody. And we are trying something new. So you are not going to want to miss it this week.
Oh, yes.
So come and
remember what I
join
said at the
us
top of the live about us doing new things?
And we are implementing new things on Sundays. So come join us for absolute fucking chaos. K-Hope says hi.
The Unis are
and we're
away,
gonna have
so the
fun.
Machnes will play.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. Well, Patricia will still be here this
Yes.
Sunday.
I'll
Yes.
still be the older one, but I'll play like a matinee.
Yeah,
She does.
She does play like Mac.
She does.
Thank you guys so much. We love you all. And we really value your contributions, the fact that you come and hang out with us, and your contributions to the conversation as always.
Yep. And if there's other topics you want us to discuss, let us know.
Yep. Let
We
us
have a
know.
contact page or in the Discord.
Yep. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. Love you. Good night.